is it. This is part 2. This is the last ditch effort to try to save or complete this igloo. You can see this wet snow that is coming down, and it's like -2 degrees. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I wanna try to save this thing. This snow is gonna transition to rain. It's gonna be +2 or 3 degrees, and then we've got a decent amount of rain coming. Let's try to get the roof on. If it's not working, I'm gonna cover it with a tarp. So I've got Rip here with me. He needs to burn off a little bit more energy. He's so curious, it's awesome. Okay. It's like icing. I know, what's going on? Okay, well, thanks for helping. Thanks for helping, good boy. What do you think, little man? You like the igloo? He's probably saying, how come there's no roof on this thing? I'm getting soaked. The angle isn't as steep. Maybe I can still get some more blocks and I can bring this whole thing closer together. It's just sopping out here. I'm surprised it's not actually rain yet. You can see I got a couple more blocks balanced up on here. I've got 3, and then hopefully 1 more will finish the next row. I don't know if I'm going to go any further than this until it gets colder. I am going to put a tarp over it because this is changing to rain later, and a significant amount of rain. Look at how the block is just crumbling. So I hold on to it and try to get as much of the excess off of there. It's just extra weight that I don't need. We're getting so close. Do I go ahead and try another row? Look at everything is just, I mean, I'm not wet on the inside. This is waterproof, but might be time for another treatment because that's beating not too bad. Man, I've been having to tromp further out to find some decent snow. I decided to keep going with it. I reduced that top angle so that hopefully they'd stay. They're bonding nicely just because the snow is so wet. Now I'm starting to use the sled. So I do have some blocks on the sled. I made the door big enough so I could fit through. And we're just gonna keep going. But you can see, like, we're getting close. I can't give up. So another last block. I'm crouching, but if I was sitting in a chair, I'm still not even touching the top. I've shaved off so much snow that I need to shovel it out. So I'm going to do that, scoop it all into the sled, and then decide if I'm going to carry on with this insane project. If the temperature could have held out for 1 more day. This is the last ditch effort to save this igloo because I really want to get it finished. If I can get through 24 hours of mild weather with some rain and it gets cold again, we might be able to save it. Okay, got some tarps, tarp pole. Don't know what I'm gonna do yet. It's still standing. It's not really a door, I just put those wood pieces there. We had a serious blast of snow, and you can see, like, this is just the wettest snow you could possibly get, and maybe that insulated it. Let's see what's happening in here. Okay, I think I'm just gonna throw a big tarp over it, put a tarp pole in the middle so it doesn't pool with water, and then wait. There's nothing else I can do. But I wonder if this, look, you can tell you can't even see the blocks anymore because of all this wet snow. All right, well, let's just do it, and then all we can do is wait. As you can see, I have the tarp more or less centered on there, and with this particular tarp, it actually has a rope running all the way around the perimeter, and then the four corners you can pull it, because you can use it to tie down over something, but when you pull it, it actually cinches the whole thing down. That's the rope going all the way through. Stuck the branch on an angle upwards, packed some snow around it, so hopefully it won't move. And so you see here, if I pull on the rope, it actually cinches it. Here's the other one. I can maybe get pulled a little bit tighter, but, and then we'll just do the last one. See, the rope is right inside here. All right, so if I pull this, see how it's keeping it round. It's rounding it over top of the tarp. Pull the string. Take my stick. Go on an upward angle. Oh, it could be a little bit tighter. Pack snow around it, so hopefully the stick doesn't shift or pull out if it gets super windy. The top is sunk in, so if that pools with water, that's going to be a lot of weight. I know this might seem kind of funny, putting a tarp over top of an igloo, but I spent like 12 hours building this thing, so I really want to try to save it, and I need 24 hours until the weather drops. And if it doesn't collapse by then, this will become an ice igloo because it's so saturated. When we get back down to minus 10 degrees, this will be solid. It's made it really dark in here now. Okay, tarp pole, where are you? Let's put some gloves on. Brought a couple tarps because I'm not sure at all what I was gonna do. Okay, tarp pole in. All right, let's do this, see what happens. Please don't collapse. Please don't collapse. Just let me get in there nice and safe. Oh, this is super cool, guys. Look at that. I got so much of this snow that I was shaving off to hollow out, because I could drop this down another foot. But because it's so dark in here now, you can actually see all the cutouts for the blocks. There's a couple of good sized holes there. It's so quiet. And there is our skylight. Oh, this tarp could use a little bit. Oh, I might have to change the tarp. I didn't realize there was so many holes in it. Well, let's get this on for now, and then we'll go from there. Put the pointy end in the ground, right in the middle, or what we think is the middle. Right about there. Get that in. Lock it into place. I don't want too much tension on here. There you go. Okay. Oh, this tarp has seen better days. Has anybody ever in the history of igloo making used a tarp? I don't. If anything, I'll just leave it like this if I can't get it finished, and it's still a shelter. Okay, that's it. I'll give you another update. That's actually a good angle that will have very minimal, if any, pooling of water. Hopefully the wind doesn't take it. Yeah, you see that's what happened. the stick broke. There's the broken stick. It's not, it was down here. Okay, let's just replace that and then we're good. So what I expected would happen happened. I mean, it's 4 degrees out and a ton of rain, and well, see for yourself. It was that big, so obviously it collapsed, allowing the tarp to come free. There's a slight breeze, so the wind lifted up the tarp. Let's go have a look. See how much water is in there? Oh, look at that. Oh. Well, it's a good thing I didn't leave anything inside. Yeah, I can see the stick right here where the stick was snapped. Look at, there's the other half of the stick, so the stick snapped. So it must have collapsed. I would imagine part of it collapsed, hit the pole pulled on the tarp, and the tarp went free, and then yeah, I only needed 24 hours more. Ooh. We're gonna do some igloo investigation here. Look at the size of this big, like I could put my whole hand down into here. That's a big stress fracture, crack. Well, at least it broke consistently, because it all imploded at the same level. So I guess my first 2 rows were really good, but then the rest of it, I didn't do a very good job. No, it's all because of the weather. I was really hoping it would hold out and then I could like try to do it, but whatever. So that's too bad. Okay, well, let's go inside the igloo. Oh, I just snorted. Did you see that? Hear that? It is so saturated right now. Like the weight of one of these, this would have been one of the blocks. It's just insane how heavy this is because of the amount of rain that came down. Wow, no wonder it collapsed. Coming to you from inside the collapsed igloo project. Didn't work out, but I will give you some of the things I learned about this. I'm gonna give you the top 3 things that you need to keep in mind when you're gonna build an igloo by yourself. Number 1, probably the most important thing, is check the weather. I knew that it was gonna get mild, but I thought that I had enough time to build this. Okay, so number 1, check the weather. Number 2, it's not as quick and easy as you think if you've never done it before, okay? So don't underestimate the time frame. This is gonna take longer than you think. I probably spent 12 hours working on it and I didn't even get it finished. Number 3, the snow pack or the snow density. You really need to make sure that you've got the right type of snow to make this type of snow shelter, an igloo. Check the weather, check the snowpack, and give yourself sufficient time to do it. Or call some people to help you out. Well, that's it, guys. So, I guess I'll see you on the next adventure. Not sleeping inside of this igloo. All right? Thanks for watching episode 1 and this little update. All right, see you in the next. I'm trying to hit the, oh, I hit the camera. I'm taking my sled and I'm going home. Stupid rain. tree. Okay, the last thing that I want to say, which is probably the most important, you know, it's kidding around with stuff, but if you're expecting mild weather, rain, and whether it's an igloo or a Quincy shelter, don't sleep in it, because this is a lot of weight that could have collapsed. I was not going to stay in it at all until I was certain that it was frozen solid, and I would have tested it by pushing on it to make sure that it was safe. So if you're going to do one of these, make sure that you're just being safe about it. All right, we'll see you in the next adventure. Thanks for watching.